The Red Lantern returns. A ring in the darkness. A voice speaking. Raylo's child, last of Zudar, you exist at the red level of light. The voice calls out. Suddenly, the circle of light fractures with crimson cracks. The darkness splinters outward, and everything is drowned in red. You must have knowledge of yourself to command the flame. You must be without anger, entirely without, the voice begins to say. But a ring wielder appears, suspended in the red glow. Who says, "Where were you when my planet died? Where were you when I claimed these powers? What do you know, voice of Oa? Have you ever suffered?" The wielder roars in fury. Hal Jordan repeats those words as he finally awakens, finding Simon Baz at his bedside. "Hey, he's awake," Simon calls to the others. Soon, Hal is seated at a table with Joe, Cam, and Carrie. "I was out for 3 weeks. No wonder I feel depressed," Hal remarks as he sips his drink. "What is this, a milkshake?" Carrie nods with a small smile. "It's that tech bro stuff, full meal in a bottle. My idea. Figured it was better than solid food for you. We don't want you getting sick." Hal looks around at everyone in the room. "I'm sorry. Who are you all again? And where are we?" he asks. Cameron explains they're in a safe house, one kept secret even from the DEO. They've been hiding here ever since she and Simon realized their former boss, John Double, must be a mole. Simon nods, grabbing yogurt from the fridge. Me and Carrie briefed John that Joe might be at Cam's place. No one else knew. 10 minutes after that meeting, Hammond's assassin was at Cam's door. Double had to have talked. Cam nods, lighting a cigarette. Hence the safe house, the burn list, and shoplifted tech bro shakes. If we can prove Double sold us out, we go home and pick our lives back up. But if we can't, or if Hammond owns the whole DEO, it's either Double's ass or ours, she says with a sigh. Meanwhile, a Black Ops fire team moves carefully through a dark forest, weapons raised and ready. Stay in formation. Stay sharp. It's out here somewhere, the team leader whispers. They advance, lights cutting through the darkness. "Why the hell did we get this job?" one of them mutters. The team leader glances back. "You know why. You screwed up. A lot. Or just a little. Or you did good, but not fast enough. Or maybe you just looked at him wrong." His words are cut short as Obsidian lashes down from the darkness above, claws tearing the team leader's head clean off. The remaining soldiers raise their weapons and open fire, but the rounds ricochet harmlessly off Obsidian's shell. It's over in seconds. 3 soldiers dead. Hector Hammond leans back in his chair and smiles. "Next time, don't whistle in the elevator," he says softly. He removes the helmet that allows him to control Obsidian and looks toward his assistant. "Sir, for the record, the control device for the test," she begins. Hammond cuts her off, glancing down at it. "This thing, I had my best people examine it. It works. You saw Todd Rice when he came out of the tank, right? On the outside, he's a tank, a killer, all that good stuff, but Rice is brain dead, or buried so deep he might as well be. If we want Obsidian to move, someone's got to move it. The Mento device was built for that." His assistant shakes her head. "Hardly. Did you read Professor Dayton's notes? He was contacting alien intelligences with that thing. It's more than a remote control. It's dangerous." Hammond smiles at her. "You think it might ruin my looks?" He closes his eyes and reaches out through Obsidian's senses. He knows Hal Jordan is out there. He can feel the darkness inside him. Obsidian is searching for its own. Searching for Hal Jordan. Find Hal Jordan, and we find Joe Malign. And Malign leads us to the Green Lantern, Hammond reminds her. Back at the safe house, Simon, Cam, and Carrie try to form a plan. "Step 1 is finding Double," Simon says. "Probably not smart to try the office." Cam glances at Kai. "Can you use your psychic abilities?" Carrie shakes her head. "No, I keep telling you, I have limited clairvoyance and psychometry. I'm not a telepath. I can't read minds." Hal steps closer. "Clairvoyance, that's seeing the future?" She smiles and nods. "I can glimpse a little ahead. Vague impressions, but right now there's nothing I can lock onto. Something green and then something red." And psychometry? When you touch objects, you get psychic impressions from them? Kari smiles wider. Well, look at that! Sounds like someone finally read my file. Joe steps beside Hal and slides the ring off her finger. Psychic readings of objects. Try this. Kari studies the ring, then slowly reaches out and picks it up. I'll do my best, she says quietly. She grips the ring tightly, and it immediately begins to glow. Suddenly, Kari's eyes blaze with green light. Her mouth opens in shock as visions flood her mind. Tomar bathed in red rage, the yellow of fear, the blue face of steel. Hal washed in pink, reaching toward an anomaly. Simon raising his pistol, shouting a warning in black. Jon Stewart looking up at someone in gold. I was wondering when you'd visit, he says. Kari gasps as she snaps back to the present. Hal stands beside her, hand on her shoulder. I'm okay. There's no time. You have to know, Kari says, looking at Joe. Something's coming. Something big. I know. Jon Stewart told me. The Black Star world heading our way, Joe replies. But Kari shakes her head. No, bigger. Who's driving it? Which hand is on the wheel? The left hand, his name, Sinestro. Not a name, a sentence of death, she gasps. The ring glows brighter as Kari begins to murmur, enemies fear the face of steel, will in their cold gaze anneals. This is the face of justice revealed. No man escapes the... Suddenly, the roof explodes above them as Obsidian's claws crash through. I remember this, Kari whispers before she's struck, her body hurled across the room and slammed into the wall, the ring slipping from her bloodied fingers. Simon draws his pistol and fires, but the rounds bounce uselessly off Obsidian's armored hide. Another claw slams into him, knocking him across the room and tearing away his clothes and mask. Cam steps in front of Joe and Hal, drawing her own pistol and firing. Obsidian turns from Simon. The bullets can't hurt it, but they distract it. There's a mind in there, Cam shouts. Someone's driving that thing. Someone human. Humans we can fight. She turns, and the three of them rush for the door. Sure, but let's run first, Hal suggests as he bolts toward the exit. Then Obsidian speaks. Malign! It rumbles, powered by Hammond's voice. It knows you, Hal says as they stop short. Where's the ring? Joe gestures toward the wreckage at the far end of the room. With Kari under the rubble, she whispers. Meanwhile, on the moon, Jon Stewart stands beside Guy Gardner. The real world feels so violent, atoms smashing together, stars and people dying and being born. So much noise. I liked it better in there, Guy says softly, gesturing to the Green Lantern ship. Jon nods, his body glowing with golden light. Sounds like the womb, but here you are, the first graduate at the red level, the first Ain Rao. Congratulations, Guy. How many are we looking at? Jon asks. Guy shrugs as red energy burns around him. Out of 2,814, single digits at all levels. We're just not ready, Jon. Humans, I mean. He pauses, looking upward. He senses something approaching, something red, on his wavelength, but not an anomaly. A Tomar, Guy says. They watch as the red light draws near. Guy smiles. Jon does not. I was wondering when you'd visit, Jon calls out. Tomar hovers above them, no joy in his eyes. Visit? Oh, no, I'm sorry, Jon Stewart of Earth. But I'm here to take over. And that was the complete story for Absolute Green Lantern issue 11 by Al Ewing. The Red Lantern has arrived on Earth, and he intends to take control. Is that good or bad? We'll have to wait and see next time. Let me know your thoughts on today's video in the comments below, and like and subscribe to support the channel.